remember seeing this road, and it was called Wilderness Road, and basically it was a proper wilderness road. It had these huge trees kind of shadowing over and a dirt track that led off. And I don't know, when I started the business, like, I was living in WA at the time, and that just popped straight into my head. I didn't even think of anything else. I like to think it kind of replicates sort of the way I draw. It's all like lots of patterns and it's a bit wild. My favourite places to draw is pretty much anywhere outside, like at the beach. I love going to like a little waterfall or something, just anywhere that I can just sit there and kind of be by myself. Although the most comfortable place to draw is at my desk. Like, I started doing art because I loved what I did, and that for me is the most important part to anything. Is like, if you're doing something you love, then you've got something right. Well, my mum was a fashion designer pretty much the majority of my life, so she's always been really artistic, and my dad's a musician, and so we've got a pretty creative family. I think they're super stoked that I'm doing something that I love. When I can look and see that I'm doing something that I do love and that I'm passionate about, and that people want to buy it even and love it, I think that's when I feel really proud. I guess a lot of my drawings kind of reflect leaves and trees and forests, so I think I find a lot of inspiration through that type of stuff. The style that I draw in that's my style, but I guess I've been drawing like that for so long. I think it's about progressing and developing your skills and figuring out new ways to like still work in the way I draw, but yeah, in different mediums and using different techniques. I'd love to think that I could see my little cards in a cute little boutique somewhere in the States or in Europe and more around the world. I'm planning on going overseas and going to India, so just getting some new inspiration. I think India is somewhere that's just so rich in culture and, you know, that style of art, the mandalas and lots of colour. So just exploring different mediums and the different ways that I can still use my patterns in the way that I draw, but in a whole different way. I'm excited to see where I can get that inspiration from. I always get nervous before I put out a new drawing. I hope that people are gonna like it as much as other ones or more. And I guess you want to be constantly developing and progressing, and you want your art to be better each time you bring out a new drawing. Probably the toughest part about being an artist is just staying motivated. I work on my own pretty much constantly, so it's having that self-motivation to get up and do the markets and start a new drawing or finish a drawing, or yeah, just constantly pushing yourself. I think you face challenges all the time, like certain things. If I'm ordering stuff online and it doesn't get here in time and I'm supposed to pack prints, and there's always challenges, but definitely for me, kind of the financial side to things and learning how to manage that properly, yeah, it can be pretty hard. I definitely have moments where I just kind of want to give it up, because I think I have started to look at it more from, oh, how can I make money from this, and I hope this print sells well, and not just, oh, I love this drawing and I get to sit here and do what I love to do. I think the biggest challenge that I have at the moment is being able to still hold on to that kind of first initial love that I had for drawing when I first started, because it started as a hobby and it started as something that I just love to do in my spare time, you know, to unwind. So now, as much as I still love drawing, I guess it's become a way to make money, you know, it's my job. And I think when work comes into play, it kind of can take away that joy. And so for me, The challenge is still holding on to that and still being able to love what I do and not feeling like it's work. My dad's always said, actually, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. So, I don't know, I pretty much get to do that. I'm very lucky. I don't think there was really a moment where I decided to be an artist. I think it just kind of happened, and that is probably why it's so good, because I didn't force anything. It just kind of progressed into what it became. And I think probably moving to Byron was definitely where I stepped up a bit more and was like, okay, this is kind of what I want to do. And I want to pursue art more and make this my life.